Good morning. So I decided to do a video. It's been a minute since we did one, and I don't often have time to write blogs. I really enjoy writing. It's very therapeutic for me. I wanted to kind of go over a few things that have been going on with me. I put on about 5 to 10 pounds. Um, do I feel like that is a huge loss? A little bit. Um, did I let it get to me? Yeah. Um, when you backtrack like that, you tend to beat yourself up. So this video is not about beating myself up. I already did that, all by myself. One, I suffer from depression. There's been a lot of change going on, and that's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes with people who have depression, changes that aren't in your control tend to derail you. And I have definitely been derailed. And let me be honest with you, like it's a really hard thing to go through those things and then have children that watch you. I work really hard not to hide it from them, but to be honest with them in a way that they understand. Mommy doesn't feel good today. Mommy needs to rest. I need to focus on feeling better. Usually, honestly, when I'm feeling really depressed, the best way to get me out of it is spending time with my kids. I have to cut off everything else in order to refocus on what's important, and that's my kids and my husband. Um, Saturday, I went into a very, very deep depression. I had a very hard time. I wanted to lie on the couch all day or in bed. I had an emotional breakdown. My husband was 100% supportive. He does what I need. He listens. He'll, hear me out and hold me when I need to cry. And, you know, then the girls, they were upstairs, and so they didn't really encounter it. But they could see the aftermath that, I felt sick, that I didn't feel well, that I was kind of just numb acting. And they reacted to it. Amira is my cuddler. She always wants to cuddle and comfort, and Brenda is my nurturer. So she wanted to do something for me. And I know like that's their way of feeling and that's their way of dealing with things. So I don't ever hinder them from doing that. So Brenda wanted to bake a cake. And I said, okay, let's bake a cake. And then Amir wanted to bake cookies. So I was like, okay, let's bake cookies. Because that's kind of our thing. We bake, we have fun like that. We do that one-on-one time together. I turned off my phone. I was like, I can't focus on anything else right now but me and these two amazing people in my life. Unfortunately, James had a football game, so he couldn't stay, but you could see his reluctance to leave us. Not because he didn't trust me or anything like that, but like he could see I hurt and he wanted to be there for me. And I appreciated that, because sometimes, even with a husband, men don't understand. And that was his question to me, is well, why do you feel this way? And I'm like, if I could explain it, if I could explain why it happens, I would. I know that there are triggers to it. I've been to counseling for it. I've been medicated for it. I'm medicated now. I'm not like in a zombie sense, but it manages it so that way I don't have as many breakdowns as I used to have. Um, but at the same time, this is part of my genetic makeup, and I know that. My mother has a history of depression. Um, I I know other members of my family that have history of depression. I won't call them out, but I do know that it is a genetic thing, and I don't like it. But the fact is that my children may also have similar issues, and I want them to learn that it's okay to express themselves, and to express themselves healthily, like crying, having emotional breakdowns. Unfortunately, binge eating is not a good way to deal with it, but hey, baking is. Um, just don't eat it all, which we did. So, whatever. We had fun. But once in a while, it's not bad, we dealt with it, I feel much better. Sunday was a better day. Um, it was hard, but I was functional again, you know. And people don't understand like how debilitating depression can be. You can't function. You can't deal with simple tasks. Like your brain is just overwhelmed by emotion. And I really just needed the basics. Like I just needed the love and comfort of my family and God and prayer. You know, I will break down sometimes, and all I will do is just pray and ask God to hold me in that moment, because literally there's nothing that will help me. And I feel like sometimes God just puts me in this little cocoon that helps me cry it out, get those emotions out, and move forward. Um, I don't feel ashamed by my depression. I talk about it because there's too much shame around that. Um, People who don't understand think, oh, she's just having a moment, or she needs to just get over it. And the thing is it's not something to get over. If I could tell you the cause, or if I could tell you why I feel the way I feel, that's something to get over. This is unexplainable. This is a dark cloud that just envelops me. And the only way out is the light of God sometimes, the light of my children, the blessings that are around me. And anybody who's gone through depression will understand that terminology. Anybody who's like suffered from depression in a serious and anxious way, you know, they say anxiety is like when you feel like something is weighing on your chest. Well, the thing is when you have an anxiety attack like this, or a panic attack, it's worse than that. It's like being stuck underwater and not being able to grasp a breath for air. And nobody can stop the screaming in your head, like this loud noise of agony. And that's the best way I can describe it. And maybe it sounds insane, and maybe it doesn't. It probably sounds insane to somebody who does not understand. But to somebody who does, to somebody who's sitting at home suffering in silence, it makes sense. So, on to health and wellness. As I've gotten older, I've found ways to deal with my depression. I did go to counseling, therapy, and I also tried medication. I'm still medicated. Uh, I periodically go back to therapy if I feel like I'm no longer utilizing the tools that I learned. Um, I also have, you know, I've used God. Honestly, God has really brought me closer to Him through my suffering, because in those times, that is when I draw closer to Him, and that is when I draw nearer to God, and that is when I feel Him the most. It's like He can reach me when nobody else can. Um, and I'm blessed by that. And I don't like suffering, but I don't want people to think ill of me over it, because it's not. I'm still a functioning person. I'm still a mom. I'm still a wife, and I still function. You know, I still have a family. I still have a job. I still have all these wonderful things, and I don't let it destroy me. Where I've seen people that do, and they turn to things like drugs and you know, alcohol, and those are not things that I do. I focus on my health, my wellness, trying to be socially able and capable. There's a bug in here. Oh, I see you. Please come over here. I got the heebie-jeebies. So right now, I'm refocusing on my health again, because I lost track of that. Because yet again, I let my desire to overachieve at work take over my desire to be healthy, to feel good about myself. Um, I put myself secondary, and I I have a really bad habit of doing that, and it's really easy to do that in life. We all suffer from getting so busy that we forget about what's important to us. And if you're not healthy and if you don't feel good about yourself, you're never going to accomplish anything. So we are going to restart. Um, kind of just take it day by day right now, making one healthy choice at a time. I'm going to try to eliminate the sugar and the carbs. That's usually my top two problems. Um, and just focus on feeling good. Not about the scale. I slipped on the scale once. I know what I weigh. That's not what I'm trying to beat. I'm trying to beat the mentality. I want to lose weight because I want to feel good. I want to lose weight because I want to exercise. I want to run. We want to do this, 4K, me and Brenya. And honestly, I'm nervous because I'm tired when I'm walking too long. So she and I are gonna do it though. That's our goal, and we're gonna figure it out. And you know, I'm not going to teach her to stop. I got them little stepometers. It's really cute. They're at Target. They're like $5. It has a little watch on it, and I have my stepometer that I use. And I'm like, okay, you guys got to beat my steps for the day. So I've kind of made it like a little challenge for us all to like beat each other to make it like a little family ordeal. So I'm excited about that. I got that last week. We've only done it like once. So I'm going to make it a daily challenge. And we do our family journal, which I think is really helpful in explaining some of the things that I feel. Like I journal to them, and try to use it as an emotional encourager for them. Hey, thank you for helping me with the dishes, Brenya. I really needed help this weekend, and you stepped up. Just acknowledging what they've done and accomplished that's helping and contributing to our family, I think is going to help them build their self-esteem. And so that way, when they do come against these battles, if it's depression or other, just being a teenager. I mean, come on, let's face it, being a teenager is super hard. And I think by doing a family journal or even like a personal journal between me and them, it'll be a means of communication for us all. I'm really glad I started it. I don't really know why. Well, I know why I did. My mornings are crazy. I go to work at like 5:30, and I don't see them until almost 7 o'clock in the evening right now. So it was really hard for me not to see and communicate with them all the time. So I wanted them to feel my presence even if I wasn't there. So I had started leaving them little notes. Ooh, there's that bug. Ooh, you see it? um, and I wanted them to see my presence and feel it. And so what I did is I started leaving them little love notes, and they really liked it. And so then after that, I'm really freaked out because this bug is nearby me. Um, I realized, man, I'm like finding pieces of paper everywhere, and it'd be nice to actually keep some of these little notes that we have because they started writing me back. So then I bought just like a simple journal. We're actually almost through a journal already, and I think I'm going to get another one so that way we can keep it going because it's something that they enjoy doing. And if I forget to write them, they literally will write me back saying, Mom, you forgot to write us today. We miss you and love you, and we talk about things that are going on. And they express how they feel. I'm sad. I don't want to go to school today. And it's a good way for them to express how they feel to me and for me to express to them like what I'm going through in a way that is understandable to them. Like with Brenya, I do more pictures, and with Amira, the other way around. With Amira, I do more pictures. With Brenya, I do, I'll put in a Bible verse, or we're reading a book, I'll put in like a little quote, like we read the Energy Bus together. And right now we decided at night I'm going to start reading to them books, not just the Bible. So right now we're reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians. We read chapter 1 last night. So finding that quality time is really cool. This is really different than I thought I would be as a mother. And I'm proud of it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm proud of the decisions I've made and being a mother with them. And I love what I'm learning. I'm learning so much. And I love being a mom. That's like my world. That is my joy in life. You know, I could be anywhere else, but there, I'm home when I'm home. So, and I hope I feel the same way when I'm a grandma. You know, and I hope my children learn something from me that they can take on. So, you guys have a blessed day. I am going to sign off because it's a 15-minute blog thingy, and but it has a lot of content. And if you need it, I hope it helps you. If it gives you ideas, go for it. Write a family journal. I mean, honestly, I even write to James in it. He doesn't always write back, but I think he appreciates it. He's a less emotional person, but he really he does read it, and I think that means something to him. And I think it'll be nice when they're older to look back at our journal entries, you know, at times in our life when we're struggling, or you know, or just joyful times. Oh, you know, like, do you remember when such and such? And we can actually go back and I date them the pages. That way they can remember what was going on. This is gonna be cool. Have a good day, guys.